Hey, Shalom. First thing and foremost, giving all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Yahawah, bahasham, Barakadam, to you hopefully elect out there. And this is just just through the spirit, man. When you meditate, man, and, just all type of precepts come to mind, and you just thinking about stuff and whatnot, But nevertheless, what motivated me to do this video, man, slacking, man. And this is why we gotta get out of here, man. See, these people don't know how to drive, man. Slacking, man. Anyways, what motivated me to do this video, man? Going into this whole situation with the Ukraine, and the fact that you got a lot of those Ukrainian Edomites, though, there a lot of them are extremely patriotic, because when you look at the whole thing with Russia and the Ukraine, man, a lot of those Ukrainians, man, even though they're outnumbered and whatnot, they're outgunned or whatever the case may be, a lot of those Ukrainians, man, they're not backing down from the fight, Like I said, a lot of them are very patriotic, and a lot of them are willing to stand up, I guess for whatever they believe in, their country or whatever the case may be. But nevertheless, a lot of them are prepared to fight, And like I said, what really motivated me and inspired me to do this was the fact that you have two boxers, which I didn't even know they were from the Ukraine, but two boxers by the name of because I never get their first names right, but basically if you look them up, for those that don't know, you can look them up by the name of the Klitzel brothers. All right. Matter of fact, let me just real quick, because like I said, I never get the names right. But I didn't even know they were from the Ukraine. But nevertheless, just bear with me real quick. You got Vladimir Klitschko and Vitaly Klitschko. The Klitschko brothers. All right, like I said, they're boxers. But the simple fact that, like I said, you got a lot of those Ukrainians. Pretty much, man, they said the hell with it, and a lot of them decided to, pretty much join the military forces to, like I said, pretty much fight for, I guess, their rights. Whatever the case may be. And the Klitschko brothers, they were, of those that decided to pretty much drop everything to join the fight, so to say. And I just been watching videos, man. The Klitschko brothers, man, and they've been doing videos basically condemning all those that basically talking shit to all those that are pretty much helping Russia and whatnot, all those that are sided with Russia and whatnot. But like I said, man, it's just the fact that, these guys, man, like I said, because they're famous boxers, but the fact that they decided to pretty much drop all that, or at least put that on hold to fight this war and stand up for what they believe in, and it's like, man, if Jake had that same attitude towards Yahawashi, man, then we'd be in a much better case, because one of the precepts that came to mind, just slacky, I gotta get my sword real quick, and this is on the slide, so just bear with me. As usual, a lot of these videos, man, I've just been doing on the slide, just you know, when the spirit is hot, man, you gotta jump on it, you know, while the iron is hot. So, like I said, just meditating, and these things came to my mind and whatnot. But before I get this, because we're in the times now where pretty much with all this censorship, pretty much we gotta be careful with what we speak, what we say, how we conduct ourselves. The scriptures say being wise as serpents, harmless as doves, So we got to be wise, like I said, just being circumspect, the conversations that we have with certain people, because you don't know who's set up, you don't know who's agents, we just don't know, So pretty much we're in the times now where, we could pretty much get away with a lot of things. And like I said, even with YouTube, just speaking in code and just, a lot of beating around the bush. But the time is going to come when it's going to come down to a choice. All right. Because, like I said, the time is going to come when, it's not going to be no, hiding. And, the time is going to come when we're going to have to really show our allegiance either to Yahawashi or Satan, But before I get that, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this. And I'm going to read this in Psalm, I think it is. Psalm chapter 94, verse 16. I'm going to read this. It says, "Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?" So you see, all right. So pretty much, hey, who's going to stand up for Yahawashi at the end of the day, right? Because like I said, the same attitude that the Klitschko brothers and all those Edomites over there, they're willing to stand up and fight for what they believe in. Well, who's going to stand up for Yahawashi? Who's going to stand up for righteousness? Because again, we're living in a time now where, hey, the truth, man. The truth, speaking any form of truth, all right, we can be demonized. And, the scriptures do talk about the time of persecution, all right, the time where we are going to be demonized for speaking this truth, all right, because that's how the devil operates. When I talk about the devil, I'm talking about his physical counterpart, all right, I'm not talking about the spiritual demon Satan, all right, but his physical counterpart, all right, that's how he operates. He operates in the darkness, So any form of light, any form of truth, is going to be considered a threat. That's why I said going into this whole censorship and them cracking down on these social media platforms and whatnot. All right. You see, because the truth is out there, the devil, he's been exposed. All right. Esau, he's been exposed. He's being exposed. All right. Let me get that real quick in Isaiah chapter 25. Isaiah chapter 25 and verse 7, it says, "And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast of all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations." All right, so basically, this veil, this veil of lies that Esau has had over the whole earth, all right, all the nations for the longest. All right, now he's being exposed. You even have you have other Edomite counterparts exposing Esau. All right, Esau, he exposes himself now. He's been exposing himself. How America was funded, right? Or not funded, but, how America was established in the first place. All these things have been coming to the light, man. Because, again, hey, Esau, that's a part of his downfall, him being exposed, his skirt being lifted. All right, all his, deep, dark secrets being revealed. Well, a lot of them, being revealed and whatnot, with his whole pedophile rings and just, a lot of information that he didn't, of course. Because, again, that's how the devil operates. He operates in secrecy, He does things in the dark, not knowing and understanding that the angels are right there recording him, So now that all these things are coming to the light, all right, and people are starting to find out, even the nations, man, They're, everyone's coming to find out that this man is who the scriptures, talk about dealing with Satan, man, the devil himself. Like I said, not talking about the spiritual demon Satan, all right, but that Satan in the sense of that man of sin, all right. It was prophesied that that man of sin being revealed, and again, people have been waking up to who this man of sin is, right? These Edomites, man, people are finding him out to be the devil. So this is why, again, this whole attack on the truth, man, and this whole info war, right? Because that's one thing he's losing his war on information, all right. Again, this is why, like I said, with all the censorship, them cracking down, videos getting taken down, striked, so on and so forth, because the devil, he's being exposed, man. You see, so like I said, any form of light, man, any beacon of light, any form of truth, all right, it's a threat to his society, all right. And like I said, it's only a matter of time before, like I said, man, we can only beat around the bush for so long. We can only, hide out in the bushes, so to say, for so long. Because eventually it's just going to come to the point where, hey, you're either going to pledge allegiance to Yahawashi or Satan. That's what it's coming down to. It's not going to be no in between, So, who's going to stand up for Yahawashi? Who's going to stand up for righteousness? Right? Because again, whether Jake knows it or not, man, we're at war right now. As a matter of fact, see if I can find that in Revelation. See if I can find that in the Revelation. Matter of fact, just real quick, bear with me. Revelation. Just again, just touching on the point that we're at war right now. Yeah, so Revelation chapter 12. Revelation chapter 12, because right now it's a war between the elites on the left hand, all right, and the elites on the right hand, talking about the elect, all right. There's a war going on right now. Revelation chapter 12, verse 17, it says, "And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed." So again, the war between the elites on the left and the right hand, all right. The so-called Illuminati and the elect. All right, the international bankers, all right, and the elect, all right. It says, "Which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahawashi Hamashiach." So you see, all those that possess the testimony of Yahawashi, man, that all those that possess this just truth, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, all right. This truth, like I said, any form of truth, it's a threat to the society, because that's how the devil operates. He operates in darkness, and he operates in wickedness. Secrecy. That's one of his tools. But nevertheless, there's a war going on right now. All right, and being that, hey, the truth is out there, the devil's being exposed. This is why when you read in verse 12, it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and out of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time." So you see, all right, because eventually it's just going to come to the point where, hey, Esau, he's not going to beat around the bush anymore. He's just going to come out full blown with it. He's just going to show his horns, his true colors. All right, so that's why I said, hey, the time is going to come when a decision is going to have to be made. All right. And for all you Jakes that coming to this truth with the wrong intentions. I've been talking about it lately. You jakes that come into this truth with the wrong intentions, you see, that's why a lot of Jake falls out, because hey, when the Lord turns up the heat, you see, this isn't a fab thing, wearing your shirt and fringes. This is not what this is about, man. You got to know what you're getting involved in. All right, because when the Lord turns up the heat, hey, a lot of you jakes are going to scatter like roaches. All right, you can't stress enough how deadly serious this is, man. This is deadly serious, man. This is serious business. And again, it don't get, we're at war. When you're at war, when you're in the middle of the battlefield, man, you don't have time to play games or nothing like that. No breaks or anything like that, man. Because there's people out there that are trying to take your head off, man. There's people out there that are trying to take your life. You see, this devil, man, he's trying to take our life, man. He's trying to take us out. So, hey, this is why, hey, we're now more than ever, we're gonna need Yahawah, man, because hey, he's our defense. He's how. A matter of fact, one of my favorite chapters to go into, Psalm chapter 62. Psalm chapter 62. No, that's not it. But that is one of my favorite chapters to go into. But that's not what I was looking for. Psalm. I think it's a Psalm. Just bear with me real quick. Matter of fact, I'm going to read, Psalm chapter 18. Psalm chapter 18. I'm going to read verse 2. It says, Yahawah is my rock. All right? Because Yahawah, at the end of the day, he's our foundation. All right? And that's another thing, man. Your foundation, man. As the scriptures talk about how your foundation, you build it upon sand. Hey, when the flood comes in, because, oftentimes when the scriptures talk about the flood, it's referring to Esau. All right? Matter of fact, I think it mentions that in Revelation 12 chapter. Let me see. Yep, Revelation chapter 12. Again, going into this dragon, talking about Esau, Edom. All right. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 13. I read 12. I'm going to read Revelation 12, and I'm going to read verse 13. It says, And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, and she might fly into the wilderness, into her place where she is nourished for a time, and times and a half a time, from the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. So you see, now in depth what this is going into, that's another video for another time, but just to stick to the point, again, verse 15, it says, And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman. Now, what's this woman talking about? It's talking about the nation of Israel, because we are likened unto a woman to the Heavenly Father. All right, we're his wife. All right, Jeremiah 6:2, I do believe. It says that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. So, like I said, oftentimes when the scriptures refer to this flood, it's talking about Esau. All right, and when he makes his move. All right, because again, we're at war. We are at war right now. All right. So, like I said, when the flood comes in, as the scriptures talk about, when the flood comes, all right, if you don't have a firm foundation in Yahawah, by the time the flood comes, hey, listen, that whole house is going to be swept away. But if you build your foundation if you build your house on a firm foundation, by the time the flood comes, all right, that house is going to be able to withstand. So our foundation needs to be firm in Yahawah, because you got a lot of groups, man, they're basically sowing doubt, and this is not the time to be in that spirit of doubt. All right, moving forward, as all hell is getting ready to break loose, this is not the time to be questioning the validity of certain books, right? This is not the time to be questioning the name. This is not the time for none of that. Like I said, when you're in the middle of the battlefield, you can't be hesitant. You can't be wishy-washy, weary, all afraid and scared. No, man. When you're in a battlefield, man, all right, hey, again, it's a matter of life and death, and it's either you or, the enemy, and that's the attitude. Hey, it's either me or them at the end of the day, and of course, because, we're not going to do it on our own accord, right? Again, this is why we're going to need Yahawashi once again. Psalm chapter 18, verse 2 again. Yahawah is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my power, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler, and the horn of my salvation, and my high tower. So you see, all right, the Lord is our buckler and shield, man. All right, you see, when this time comes, listen, man, we're not gonna, because like I said, nothing's gonna be done on our own accord. All right. When this time comes and, the enemy comes in like a flood, the Lord, he's going to do all the heavy lifting, man. He's going to fight our battles for us. You see? And that's what we want. We want the devil to come in and do what he's got to do, man. Because we know, when he makes his move on the left hand, the Lord is going to exalt the right hand. And this is when the spiritual power comes, right? All those that stood stiffly for the Lord, man, Because, again, it's a thing about who's going to stand up for Yahawashi, being that we're in the age of, wokeness and, being all politically correct. Listen, man, if it goes against Yahawashi, I'm against it. All right. If Yahawashi is against it, I'm against it. All right. And that's the attitude that we should have. Because again, the time is going to come when, it's not going to be no in between. The Lord is looking for those that, those that are going to stand up firmly for him. You see, and it's going to take a certain spirit, man, because again, the time's going to come where, this is going to be a time when the men of the Lord are going to be persecuted. All right, there's going to be bounties out on the men of the Lord. All right, some of the men of the Lord, man, some of them are going to be hunted. Right, people are going to be seeking our life. And like I said, when the Lord turns that notch up and he turns the heat up, a lot of J, man, they're going to scatter like roaches, man. They're going to flee. They're going to get the hell out of Dodge because again, you came into this truth with wrong intentions. All right, this is no joking, laughing matter, man. All right, this is deadly serious. So who's going to stand up for Yahawashi, man? Who's going to stand up for Yahawashi? That's what he's looking for. The same way all those Ukrainians, man, they're standing up and fighting for what they believe in, men, women, and children, for them, for that matter, because man, a lot of those Edomites over there, man, they're ready, they're with it, unlike these docile, dumbed down Americans, man. Listen. Once that comes over here and this place is war riddance, once this place is because believe it or not, America's going to be war riddance, man. This is all this stuff over there in those third world countries, over there in Ukraine, all that's coming over here. All right. You see him being that, these Americans, man, they're weak. They're sweet, man. A bunch of soy boys, right? A bunch of these women, man, that, playing a part. They acting tough. All right. But when it really comes down to it, listen, these people, they're going to fold. They're gonna fold like a beach chair, man. They're gonna fold, And hey, man, the men of the Lord, man. Hey, Lord's will reveal that number. We're gonna be, our wits are gonna be about us, man. Our head is gonna be on our shoulders, man. Hey, for the most part, our attitude is, hey, the hell with you, Esau. Do what you gotta do, man. The hell with it. The hell with you, the hell with this kingdom. All right, do what you got to do, man. Because like I said, hey, we're hastening, man. But before I get that, I'm going to get this in 2 Peter, I think, chapter 3. Because you had a guy last night at the camp, man. The past camp, Saturday night. I don't know when this video will be uploaded, but the past camp Saturday night, man, Jake, man. Jake, he walks by the camp pretty much almost every week, but this past camp, the Spirit of the Lord put it on the Lord put the Spirit on him to actually stop and inquire and ask these questions or whatnot, and pretty much the Spirit revealed his mindset, right? The Spirit pretty much revealed his mindset because pretty much. He was asking questions, man, and some of the questions he was asking over and over again because it was like he was trying to get a different answer, But the brothers was telling him like, listen, because pretty much his hope was, you know, dealing with all the curses and, you know, he pretty much, the answer that he wanted was, because, you know, Jake, they want to hear those soothing words. They want to hear those comforting words, you know. And hey, we're not here to tell you what you want to hear. You know, we're here to tell you the words of Yahawashi, all right? And part of that being that this place is going to be destroyed. But he didn't want to hear that. Jake didn't want to hear that, you know. You know, it seemed like, you know, he still wanted a little piece of the pie, whatever the case may be. You know, it seemed like he wanted to stay here, you know. And pretty much, you know, the brothers was telling him, like, listen, the only remedy is to put your faith in Yahawashi, right? That, you know, that's the only thing. But like I said, he didn't want to hear that, and, you know, he just walked off, you know, because again, Jake, they want to stay here. They you know, they want to stay here, you know. And that's cool, you know. You Jakes, you want to stay here? That's fine, you know. That's cool, because hey, when this place go down, you're gonna go down with it. All right. But I'm gonna read this in Second Peter chapter 3. I'm gonna read verse 12. It says, "Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat." So you see, the point being, it says, you see, the saints, we're looking and hastening unto this, you know, the second coming of our Lord, man. We're hastening all hell break loose. We're hastening these things, man. We can't wait for all these things to take place. But when you tell Jake that, they look at you with a funny eye, you know, because yeah, we want all hell to break loose because we want to go home. We want to get out of here, man. You know, we want to get out of here. You know, we're tired of this place. You see? So that's why, for the most part, a lot of our mindset is like, hey, when it comes to Esau, let him do what he's got to do. Bring it. Let's get this shit over with. Come on with it. You know? You know, it's like, what are you waiting on, man? You know, do what you got to do. Esau, you know, bring it. You know? Because like I said, man, when you're in the middle of the battlefield, listen, man, it's no wishy-washy, second guessing or none of that, man. Hey, you know, you better handle your business or, hey, you know, you're going to get got. You know, there's no room for error out there in the battlefield, man. You know, you better take care of what handle your business, gird up thy loins like a man, you know, and fight. You know, you better fight, man. Pull out that sword, better fight. You know, because like I said, hey, we're at war, man. We're in this fight, man. We're in it. You know, and it's only going to get harder. It's only going to get worse, man. You know, so prepare thyself. Get ready. You know, get ready to stand up for Yahawashi. Like I said, when the persecution comes, right? You know, who's going to stand up for righteousness? Who's going to speak out against these things, man? You know, as wickedness ramps up more and more, and you know, the more and more they demonize the ministry, they demonize brothers, man. They demonize his truth. Hey, only the real going to survive out here, man. You know. But I was going to get something else, but it slipped my mind. So with that being said, I'm going to get this in 2 Ezra chapter 14. Because like I said, the whole motivation of this video, watching those Ukrainians, man, a lot of those Ukrainians, but more specifically the Klitschko brothers, man, you know, and their mindset, right? You know, and how they're willing to stand up and fight for what they believe in. Right? They were willing to drop all that, you know, the fame, the belts, all that, and partake in this war. Well, hey, who's going to stand up for Yahawashi? All right, who's going to fight for Yahawashi? Right? I'm going to read this in 2 Ezra chapter 14. 2 Ezra chapter 14, verse 13, it says, "Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people, and comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption." So again, being that we're in war, man, it's coming down to the nitty gritty. Again, when it comes to all, matter of fact, when you read on, it says, "Let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature." All right, we don't have time for, that bitch made shit. All right, like I said, when you're in the middle of the battlefield, listen, man, there's no time for stupid mistakes, man. It's a matter of life and death. When you're in a battlefield, you're not worrying about everything else. How I'm gonna pay my bills when I get back. You're not worried about none of that shit when you're in the middle of the battlefield, man. When you're in the middle of war, right? It says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. All right. And as a matter of fact, that's not what I wanted, but nevertheless, the Spirit wanted that to come out. All right? The Spirit wanted that to come out. Matter of fact, I'm going to read it again. Because what I wanted was the 2nd Ezra 16. But I'm going to read that again. 2nd Ezra 14, verse 14 again. Let go from the mortal thoughts. Verse 13. Now therefore set thine house in order and reprove thy people. Because, hey, Jake, y'all want to be told these soothing words. We're not here for all that. All right, we're here to tell you that, hey, we're letting you know that all hell is getting ready to break loose out here. It's about to get serious out here. All right. It says, comfort such of them as be in trouble and now renounce corruption. You see, so even with all that being said, all hell's gonna break loose. Listen, if you put your trust in Yahawashi, you got a firm foundation, you're gonna be all right. The hopefully elect, we got nothing to worry about. The Lord's going to defend us. He's going to fight for us. All right. He's our buckler and our shield. All right. So we've got nothing to worry about. All right. Now going to 2nd Ezra 16. This is what I wanted. 2nd Ezra 16 and 40. It says, O my people, hear my words. Hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. So you see, because the times are coming when, hey, a lot of us, we're going to have to drop everything, all right? Like those Klitschko brothers, man, they dropped the belts, the titles, all that to fight, to stand up and fight for what they believe in, all right? It said, in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Now, when you break down the word evil, it goes into bad times, all right? So when these bad times come, all right, hey, like I said, we have to be willing to leave it all behind, man. Stand up for this truth, stand up for Yahawashi, because that's what it said. It said, make you ready to the battle, because again, we're at war. All right. We're coming into the straight gate. All hell's getting ready to break loose out here. All right. And the Lord is looking for those. He's only going to defend those that have put their trust in him, that stood stiffly for him, boldly for him in his name. All right. Professed his name boldly. All right. And all those that are sincere with it, man, that's who the Lord's going to fight for. That's who the Lord's going to stand up for, man. You see, so that's why I say, hey, listen, the hopefully elect, we've got nothing to worry about. All right, because if we continue to do what we've got to do, then the Lord's going to defend us, man. He's not going to leave us out there confounded. He's not going to leave us out there looking stupid if we've been doing what we were supposed to do this whole time. So, hey, get ready for the battle, man. Hey, we're at war. Get ready for the battle, man. Get ready to fight. Get ready to stand up for Yahawashi. The time is coming. Like I said, it's not going to be no more in between. No more sugarcoating. The time is going to come where we're going to have to make a decision. It's either Yahawashi or Esau Edom. All right. You see, man, that's what it's coming down to. Yahawashi or Esau Edom. All right. No in betweens, man. No shortcuts. Nothing. All right. It's either one or the other. No lukewarmness. All right, you're going to be hot or you're going to be cold for Yahawashi, man. You're either going to be hot for Yahawashi or you're going to be cold. And that's what it's going to come down to. So hopefully this was edifying, uplifting, and encouraging to the hopefully elect. I'm giving all praises to Yahawashi, double honors to the apostles and others of Great Millstone. Yahawashi, brakathum to you hopefully elect out there. Lord's willing, until next time, shalom, wa'abad the ball.